what I see coming too, and I'm just going to be nice about and be honest about myself. I've been watching these protests, Black Lives Matters protests. What I see out of this is unity, a sense of peace, brotherhood, unity. It's basically what I'm talking about is under great law and the Iroquois Confederacy, talk about all races come together one. White race, red race, black race, yellow race, tan race, all come together one. Now, you look at the march, look at the protests. They're demonstrating the same thing, saying that, bring the other one. I call them, it's similar to the 1960 peace movement, the hippies did, but this movement is like more or less trying to bring systemic racism to an end. Now, what I see while that move goes, and it becomes a really accessible, trying to raise it. Imagine what kind of world we will have after COVID-19. It will be a very peaceful world where black people can live in harmony with white people, and white people live in harmony with native people and the Chinese people. It's going to be a new precedent globally that we have that I can sit back and say I'll be proud of. It's something that, I sat 6 days and 6 nights, did the Elder Summit a few years back, behind Pauline John. I was there. That was an important piece of history. I know what I'm proud to be part of that piece of history. I'm proud to be a part of Native history. I'm really proud to be that part of history because maybe with my president there, things might have came out different. My president brought something to that, Well, this time I've been standing outside observing these protests, not getting involved because of the reason why I do not want to lack association. The only reason I won't get involved. Otherwise, working for coronavirus and doing this, then I would get involved. But what I see out of this is one thing, strong and clear. I can see out the U.S. and Canada and all the world nations getting together and say, we got to end systemic racism once and for all. That's what I see happening. But problem is that it's rooted so deep within the United States social scene. Systemic racism is rooted very deep in the U.S. It's so deep that that may be hard for it might no longer for the United States to bring us out to surface. Because the racism when black people are gone for so long that these people so hurt. All of a sudden, they're not no more racism. There's some people may not be able to handle it, well. Because of that, if you look at any ethnic community, any black race people there, colored people, you look at the color race, I talk about black race, they've been segregated, depressed, dehumanized. They had not been like, with the white race. They got they a lot of them formed their own recording on Motown. That's how dehumanized it was. Even today, it still happens to the very day. At one time in the United States, if I remember history right, black people were not allowed to vote in any American election. Today, they're allowed to vote, actually. Think about it, the only mild step. But there's a lot of mild steps out there can be done. Number one, if they all that come together and we bring in the peace and the movement of peace we're bringing the old race together one and fall into the Iroquois Confederacy, which is a point I see happening They don't realize it, but I see them following the Iroquois Confederacy of the Five Nation Confederacy, the Great Law of Peace. And the Great Law of Peace is coming in there, and they don't realize what the act of Great Law of Peace, that gets the world leader terrified because they don't like the Great Law of Peace. I know the Great Law of Peace. I heard it spoken behind Arnold's house in Six Nations. He did a sermon, Great Law. We're reading a Great Law of Peace. And it was a beautiful thing to look at because, you know something? John Lennon, he'd been to Six Nations. He heard the Great Law. I've been there, I heard the Great Law. A lot of people don't realize how intricate the Iroquois Confederacy was written. Six Nations written in a way by the elders were smart. They wrote that in such a way that it foolproof. A confederacy at foolproof. A confederacy don't actual truth about a confederacy. A confederacy does not fall. You understand that? Empire will fall, crumbles. It happened. The Roman Empire, it fallen and crumbled. You get a confederacy base in a confederacy in Canada, the sort of confederate nation. Confederacy, it doesn't fall. United States Empire, it's gonna fall. You got countries who are based on empire base, they tend to fall. You understand that? Empire crumble. Like in all forms of history, empire will crumble. A confederacy doesn't crumble. It's a strong combined nation of people. That makes a confederacy. Now, you get a strong combined number of people getting together protesting, like where they are, like Black Lives Matter, and all these one death, one person. The one death, one person, it changed the world and how we, again, it actually it went down on history books. It made history. George Floyd, he made history. And the cops did not make history. The cops made history. It'd be the worst cops ever in the world, unfortunately. But what I see coming is, I see a great law of peace here. I see it coming into play. Not just one native people, Five Nations of the Grand Six Nation Confederacy, but playing them on global world leaders, instituting the same law of peace on global world leaders, bringing a peace through the Iroquois Confederacy of Peace. That is what I see out of the whole protest, a great law of peace being more practiced after coronavirus than ever before corona, or even practiced to a point where the protesters could actually, they're that close to actually pushing. They're not close to over government. They're close to pushing a great law of peace into play, and that's going to bring a whole peace among all, and maybe show the world, they're going to show in the world how to use the great law of peace, not just in Six Nations, beyond in the whole world. You follow the great law of peace, following the great law of peace. That is something I see coming out of this. And that's going to be one thing. That one thing I should say is happening. See, the United States Empire may fall from all this, and a confederacy can form a result. A confederate government can form in the U.S., which doesn't fall. Okay? But a great law, great huge thing will happen. And that's the great law of peace. Even the peacemakers said, hundreds of years ago, the exact same thing. He said, it's going to die out, peacemakers did, in the great law, that the great law of peace will circle the world 4 times over. And right now, I see that happening today. I see it happening now. with the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter. This is happening. They have actually gotta change the way we look at government. They're changing the way we look at people of color. They can change the way we look at Native, same way we look at Inuit, same way we look at all nations, everywhere. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white or we're all one, all one. We all put here by God, all here one thing only. So out of this, I see a great law of peace coming in, greater and stronger than ever before.